Salutations, baseball fans, and welcome into Earl E. Wilson Stadium from the campus of UNLV here in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm Drew Neverett. Thanks for tuning in. We got an exciting one for you tonight. It's game one of a quick two-game weekend set between the visiting Utah Tech Trailblazers of the Western Athletic Conference and your UNLV Hustlin' Rebels out of the Mountain West. Parker Dilloff, the big left-hander, takes the hill for UNLV tonight. He's a senior out of Lebanon, Ohio. UNLV is fifth stop in 5 years, but Parker has really been spectacular in the early going here. 2-0 record, 7.33 ERA, but the strikeout stuff is really what people love to see when they tune in to watch Parker Dilloff pitch. 6 different pitches, keeps things extremely versatile, and keeps batters guessing. He'll face off against Dakota West from Utah Tech. He's a righty, a senior from Orem, Utah. Dakota West, kind of the contrary. He's played 5 seasons as well, but all 5, including this year, for the Trailblazers. First pitch coming up soon here. Parker Dilloff starts to get his warm-ups in. With that, we'll address the lineup for the visiting Trailblazers under Chris Fottenhauer, the Las Vegas local, the UNLV grad, head coach of Utah Tech. He's in his 14th season at the helm, and here's how he lines it up tonight. Second baseman Kyle McDaniel will lead it off. Behind him is Hudson Manwaring playing center field. In the 3-hole, it's the two-way star Ryan Krapel starting tonight at third. Cleanup spot occupied by the right fielder Finnegan Stewart, with the catcher Ty Johnson hitting fifth. Batting sixth is Case Naoni out in left field. Behind him, Gavin Glasgow, the first baseman. Batting eighth is Brian Martinez, who's the DH, and rounding out the order, the shortstop Petey Soto Jr. Pretty solid team so far, Utah Tech. They're coming off of an exciting win. They beat Fresno State back-to-back days with an onslaught of offense, including a walk-off home run by tonight's right fielder Finnegan Stewart to win 8-7 in their last contest. Trailblazers coming in hot on the offensive side of things, and see what Parker Dilloff can do. This will be the 6th start of the year for Parker Dilloff as we're about set to get underway. Kyle McDaniel, the second baseman, batting from the left-hand side, steps in and awaits the first pitch. It's a scorcher today in Las Vegas, about 94 degrees expected at first pitch. McDaniel steps in the box. Aiden Garcia, the catcher for UNLV, calls time. Looks towards the dugout, and we get the play on signal from Glenn Ballingow, the home plate umpire. Everybody's set now, and here's the first pitch of the ball game from Dilloff. Fastball outside corner, called for strike one, and officially we're off and underway at 6:06 local time. Kyle McDaniel hitting .358, second on the team. 25 ribbies as well. That's number 1 on the club. Watches this ball outside off the glove of Aiden Garcia, count even at 1-1. McDaniel, a junior from Pahrump, Nevada. Lots of Las Vegas ties to this Utah Tech team that we'll get to throughout this contest. Here's the 1-1 from Dilloff. Tails inside, taken for ball 2. 4 stolen bases for Kyle McDaniel as well. This team not afraid to take off and swipe the extra bag. 4th in the conference in the WAC in stolen bases. This one piped up the middle. A diving stop from Rosales, the second baseman, throws, but the throw's a bit late. It's going to be a leadoff infield single for Kyle McDaniel, showcasing those wheels, earning a hustle infield single, but a hustle dive from Marcos Rosales at second base, trying to make that play. With that, we'll line up the Hustlin' Rebel defense for you. Aiden Garcia, the other half of the battery with Parker Dilloff tonight. Cooper Sheff at third, Johnny Rodriguez over at first base. Middle infield will be Gunnar Myro at short, Marcos Rosales at second, and your infield left to right, Jack Salmon, Reggie Bussey, and Nin Burns the second. The two-man squares around to bunt, pulls it back for ball 1. That's Hudson Manwaring. The Utah Tech center fielder comes into this one hitting .177. Approaching the halfway point of the season. Utah Tech still yet to play a WAC conference game. This one, a grounder to shortstop. Takes it himself as Myro. The throw's low in the dirt and a backhand snare by Johnny Rodriguez. Beautiful defense early on from the Hustlin' Rebels. Score that a 6-3 double play. Wonderfully done by Gunnar Myro. Calling off Rosales at second, saying, I got this one. Then makes the throw against his body. Tough play in the dirt, too, for Johnny Rodriguez, but he has really been great scooping up balls this year at first. So after the leadoff single, Dilloff settles in, and the Rebels roll a tailor-made double play. 2 gone, and it's Ryan Krapel stepping in. He takes a fastball down Main Street. That's called strike 1. Ryan Krapel's a junior out of Poway, California, transferred from Arizona State, so he's used to playing some high conference, high-level baseball. This one a sinker, just missing away. Count even 1-1. Ryan Krapel, a really intriguing type of player, especially when you talk about how scouts evaluate a guy from a smaller school like Utah Tech. He's a two-way guy. Pitches a lot, too, as this one's fouled out to the left side. Jack Salmon giving chase over there, but watches it fall into the grass in foul territory right in front of the Trailblazers bullpen. That runs the count 1-2 as Krapel slowly walks back. Retrieves his bat from Finnegan. Storthy on deck, man. Krapel, though, very interesting guy. 9 appearances this season. He's the primary closer for the Trailblazers. 14 innings pitched with 6 saves, a 1.93 ERA. He's been stellar out of the pen. He awaits the 1-2. Dilloff goes off speed, misses away. Makes things 2-2 to the Trailblazers' third baseman. Big lefty waggles his bat. Awaits the 2-2. Here's the kick and the pitch. Swung on. Did he offer? He did offer the appeal down to third base. That's Rob Minter, who rings up Ryan Krapel. So no damage, just a hit. No runs, no errors, and none left on. We're halfway through the first, and we'll see the Hustlin' Rebel lineup for the first time when we come back. Welcome back into UNLV Hustlin' Rebel Baseball on the UNLV Athletics YouTube page. I'm Drew Neverett. We're about ready for the bottom of the first. Parker Dilloff, the left-handed starter for UNLV, faced the minimum, I should say, in the top half of the first. And now the Rebel lineup will do it against Dakota West, starting pitcher for Utah Tech. Standing 6'3", 225. He's a fifth-year right-handed pitcher. Coming into this one, a 2-2 record and a 4.43 ERA in 27 innings pitched. See what he can do against the UNLV Hustlin' Rebel lineup. Very potent offense in the early going. Currently sitting first in the Mountain West in runs scored this year. Will be the center fielder Reggie Bussey leading things off for Stan Stolte's team. Bussey coming into this one hitting .326. He takes a first pitch fastball from Dakota West. Behind him, Marcos Rosales, the second baseman, hitting second. In the 3-hole, it's Drew Berrigan DHing. Cleaning up behind him, Aiden Garcia, the catcher, as the 0-1 finds the outside part of the plate quickly. 0-2 to Bussey. batting fifth. The right fielder, Nin Burns, the second, with Johnny Rodriguez at first, batting sixth. The rest of the order is Cooper Sheff at third, Jack Salmon in left, and Gunnar Myro at short. 0-2 pitch, another fastball just narrowly missing off the outside part of the plate. A great take from Reggie Bussey. Bussey, a real speed threat atop the order for the Rebels. 3 stolen bases and limited work. Swings and misses at this curveball. Catcher goes out, makes the toss. That's Ty Johnson over to Gavin Glasgow at first. So a strikeout with a 2-3 putout. That's the first out for Utah Tech. Lining up the defense for the Trailblazers, it's the aforementioned Ty Johnson doing the catching for Dakota West. Ryan Krapel, the two-way player, over at third base with Gavin Glasgow at first. Petey Soto Jr. mans the shortstop position with Kyle McDaniel as his double play partner. Case Naoni in left, Hudson Manwaring in center with Finnegan Stewart in right field. Brings up Marcos Rosales, who takes a first pitch strike. The Rebels' second baseman has been stellar at the plate this year. Excellent curveballer, at least looked to be, maybe just missed a bit high there. Count even to Marcos Rosales, 1-1. Marcos 10 doubles this season, paces the UNLV team. This one smacked out to the right side. It's careening foul, and that's where it lands. Off the top of the fence there. An extremely unusual foul ball all the way over there. There's not much surface area to the depth part of that fence, and just tapped off the top metal bar there before finding its way back into the field of play. It's a foul ball nonetheless, and a 1-2 count to Marcos Rosales. The windup and the delivery from West. Misses low. It's 2-2 to Marcos. 3 homers for Marcos, tied for second on the team so far. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, driven hard on the ground to the right side. McDaniel scoops, throws in time. That retires Rosales, and 2 quick outs have been recorded for Dakota West. Now's the challenge that many a Rebel opponent pitcher has yet to crack, and that's Drew Berrigan. Whether he's playing third or whether he's DHing, he's always in the lineup, he's always batting third, and for great reason. Comes into this one leading the team, hitting .434, 29 runs batted in also. First for the Rebels, but 15 extra base hits for him this year. First pitch, he's aggressive, he's all over it. He lifts it high and deep out to right. It's got some carry, and it clears the wall. Drew Berrigan right on cue. Sees the first pitch, loves the first pitch, and delivers it over the right field wall. And the Rebels are out to a 1-0 lead thanks to the blast off the bat of Drew Berrigan. That ball got out of here in a hurry. Screaming line drive, very similar to his first inning home run earlier this week, Tuesday night against Cal Fullerton. Got the scoring started off in style tonight as well. 2-out first pitch, bomb from Drew Berrigan, and it's 1-0 UNLV. It's going to bring up the catcher, Aiden Garcia. Should be noted, coming into this one, Drew Berrigan had a 7-game hit streak, and that'll extend it to 8 clearly, but that's now a hit or more in 20 of 22 games played by Drew Berrigan. Just a spectacular offensive output from him all of 2026 thus far. After taking the first pitch for a ball, Garcia waits the 1-0, and it misses high. 2-0 from Dakota West as the command wanes a little bit after giving up the deep fly. Garcia waits the 2-0. Fastball catches the outside part. That's called strike one. Aiden Garcia, no slouch himself on the offensive side of things. 20 runs batted in, as well as 4 home runs and a .317 batting average. This one again, same exact location, that outside part of the plate. Garcia takes strike 2. Dakota West has that curveball he's been going to with 2 strikes in the count. We'll see what it is, 2-2. Same fastball. Couple inches more outside. This one missing. Runs the count full to the Rebel backstop. West Sets, kicks, and delivers. The 3-2 swung on and missed. Goes right back to the well with the outside fastball and gets the job done. 2 strikeouts for Dakota West, but the Rebels strike first in the form of a Drew Berrigan solo shot. Through 1 full here on a beautiful Saturday evening in Las Vegas, the Hustlin' Rebels lead the Trailblazers 1-0. UNLV Hustlin' Rebel Baseball on the UNLV Athletics YouTube page is brought to you by your Southern Nevada Chevy dealers. With impressive towing, incredible bed and tailgate functionality, and powerful engines, Chevy Silverado, Colorado, and Tahoe have what you need to get things done. When you want to do it all, Chevy's got you. See your Southern Nevada Chevy dealer today. And also by Pueblo Medical Imaging. Friendly staff at Pueblo Medical Imaging is eager to take care of all of your radiology needs and offer same-day, next-day availability. With top-of-the-line, state-of-the-art equipment, they're open 7 days a week with early morning and evening appointments to accommodate all patient schedules. We're back with you for the top of the second inning. I'm Drew Neverett. Thanks for tuning in on your Saturday night. Game 1 of a 2-game quick weekend set between Utah Tech and UNLV. And the Hustlin' Rebels lead it 1-0 in the early going thanks to a deep fly from Drew Berrigan, 6th of this season. Leading off the top of the second for Utah Tech will be Finnegan Stewart, followed by Ty Johnson and Case Naone. Finnegan Stewart, wearing number 40, was the hero the last time out for Utah Tech with a home run to walk off the Fresno State Bulldogs. First pitch is chopped to the left side. Big time throw by Cooper Sheff. Took a couple of steep hops for him. He corralled it and made a great throw. And 1 pitch and 1 out for Parker Dilloff. Dilloff, after allowing the leadoff single to Kyle McDaniel, set down 3 straight Utah Tech batters. Look to make it 4 against the catcher, Ty Johnson. Ty Johnson, the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania native, former Gonzaga Bulldog. Steps in and awaits the first pitch. It's a sinker right across the inside part of the plate, called for strike 1. Ty Johnson, great defensively behind the dish for Utah Tech, but also comes into this one touting a .327 batting average. Next pitch from Dilloff goes with the off speed. It's like a changeup that just misses outside, and it's 1-1. The thing with Parker Dilloff is he's got so many different weapons. It's so tough to get a read on him when you're standing in the batter's box. Here's the 1-1. Missing low with the fastball, 2-1, but talk about Dilloff. It's rare you see a guy in college, but it's even more rare from the left side. You see a true 6-pitch mix. He's got a fastball, a sinker, and a cutter that all sit between 88 and 94. You got a changeup, a curveball, and a sweeper to pick from as well. This one scalded up the middle on the ground, and it's a base hit for Ty Johnson with 1 gone. Fastball that Johnson was all over. Put it right back up the mound and up the middle, and a 1-run base runner is aboard for Case Naone. Naone's a senior, listed as a third baseman and an outfielder. Stands at 6 foot. From West Lynn, Oregon. Dilloff now working out of the stretch. Kicks, delivers. First pitch missing inside for ball 1. That's that cutter. It's a great weapon to use. You can locate it in on the hands, but not too tight to a right-handed batter. Johnson, a modest leadoff of first. 1 stolen base and 1 attempt so far this year. That fastball just barely misses. I think a bit low. Runs the count 2-0. Naone's got 3 homers this year. It's 3rd on the Trailblazers squad. 9 runs batted in as well. Smokes that one down, third base side, but just a bit foul. It's Rob Minter over at third, part of the officiating crew. Jason Kaminsky, the crew chief, man second base. Steve Hilgendorf over at first with longtime collegiate umpiring veteran Glenn Ballingow behind the dish. Dilloff toes the rubber, delivers the 2-1. It's that cutter again, but just can't seem to locate it. Drifting in a bit too far. 3-1 now, in danger of walking the Trailblazers catcher. Johnson digs back in. Awaits the 3-1 from Dilloff. Swung on, roped on a line to left field. Salmon a few steps up, reaches down below the knees to make the grab. Great read by Jack Salmon out and left. Tracked that ball really well. Didn't get too jumpy, didn't immediately run backwards, but times up a line drive nicely, and it's 2 gone in the visitor half of inning number 2. Johnson remains on first base. It brings up Glasgow, the first baseman. Dilloff checks over at first, delivers the first pitch right down the middle at 94. Strike 1. Gavin Glasgow's played in 12 games this year, started in 6. He's got 25 at-bats, so a 160 average is what he comes in with, but not as alarming as it would be. Soft liner up the middle. Tough play to make for Rosales. It's going to be ruled an infield single. That one just slowly crawling over the pitcher's mound. Rosales really had to hustle in to try to grab that one, and even if a throw's made, Glasgow seemed to have the 90 feet at first base anyways. So a soft hit infield single with 2 gone moves Johnson up into scoring position for Brian Martinez. Acting as the DH tonight, hitting 8th. Very small sample size this season for Martinez. Swings and misses. That's that changeup first pitch. Big swing and a miss for Martinez. Just 6 at-bats this year. He's drawn 3 walks and been hit by a pitch once, so 10 total plate appearances, but no official hits on the year for Martinez. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, grounded to the right side. What a play from Sheff. He slides. Does he beat him to the bag? He does not. Head first slide from Ty Johnson. Rob Minter at third calls him safe. An incredible effort by Cooper Sheff over at third base to dive away towards the third base bag and then sprints, lays out to try to tag the bag to get the force. Umpires are going to convene right in front of the pitcher's mound to see if this was in fact the right call. Not sure if the challenge was officially signaled from the UNLV bench. You look over at Cooper Sheff right after that call was made, and he put the earmuffs on, and we will in fact have a challenge. With a play that close, and if it stands, it loads the bases, you'd think this is a great challenge on paper for Stan Stolte. Jason Kaminsky, the crew chief, heads over towards the first base side, talk to the operations staff, and he'll get on the phone with the remote operating crew monitoring this game to see what the call is. They have a lot better camera angles, especially this early in the year in the non-conference slate. So really hard hit ground ball from Brian Martinez. Sheff was all over it, instant reaction, dives over to the backhand side. That's just what he does. I've talked a lot about it over the course of the last couple of years. Cooper Sheff's defensive acumen. He's been asked to play a lot of shortstop. He has been asked to play a lot of third base, but covers a lot of ground regardless of what position he's at. Naked eye was a bang-bang play, very close. Call on the field was safe, however, so a lot of times there's nothing definitive. It's a lot easier for the umpires to err on the side of what was already called. Early prediction would be that Ty Johnson would remain safe at third. It would be a fielder's choice to get Martinez on, but that's why we have the technology. We'll go to it. Stan Stolte relying on it in this instance, initiating a challenge. Would be a big out number 3 in order to strand 2 base runners, but on the flip side of things, could have the bases loaded for Petey Soto Jr., the shortstop, and he hits ninth, right, but he's the team leader in batting average for qualified hitters. He's played all 23 games this year, started every single one, and leads the team in slugging percentage and doubles, batting average. Soto's an excellent guy to have rounding out your order, and Dilloff's not going to want to face him with the bases loaded. So still an extended review here, trying to get a look over and maybe play my best lip reader possible here, but an extended phone conversation between Jason Kaminsky and the replay operators. It's a beautiful Saturday evening. Lots of folks out here in attendance, both supporting the Trailblazers and Hustlin' Rebels. This being the 8th all-time meeting between the two on the diamond, dating back to 2022. UNLV has won all 7 played so far. 7-0 against Utah Tech, formerly known as Dixie State. Interesting too, 3 of those 7 games have been played here at the Earl in Las Vegas. First time they matched up program history, UNLV won 3-2 in 2022, and they played a 2-game set here back in 2024 with UNLV winning final scores of 6-5 and 7-2 respectively. So typically hotly contested when these two meet on the diamond. Looks like the phone has been hung up by Jason Kaminsky. He trots back out towards the pitcher's mound and the rest of his umpiring crew to make the official ruling. So after that, it is a confirmation. Ty Johnson safe at third. Gavin Glasgow moves up to second. Brian Martinez reaches via the fielder's choice. Just like that, it's danger close for Parker Dilloff. Sacks are full, and it's the shortstop, Petey Soto Jr. Soto is a junior from St. George as well, hometown kid. First pitch, beautiful sweeper, finds the zone, strike 1. As mentioned, Petey leads the team in batting average, hitting .385, so a big-time speed threat. 5 stolen bases in 6 attempts. This one swung on and missed, goes right back to the sweeper. Just hard to keep track of with the bat. Soto swings right through it, and quickly it's 0-2. This is absolutely where you want to be if you're Parker Dilloff. The world is your oyster in terms of your pitch selection. See what he goes with on the 0-2. Just a hair outside, goes right back to it. 3 unanswered sweepers, trying to keep Soto guessing with another. A couple of UNLV defenders started to kind of roll towards the dugout, thinking they got that called strike 3. Nonetheless, out of the stretch, here's the 1-2 from Parker Dilloff. Swing and a miss. Changes up on him and strikes out Petey Soto. So the challenge does not seem to matter. They strand the bases loaded. Parker Dilloff doing some excellent damage control. Halfway through the second, UNLV leads Utah Tech 1-0 here in Las Vegas. welcome back to Earl E. Wilson Stadium. Due up for the bottom of the second. UNLV leads things 1-0 over Utah Tech. It's Nin Burns the second, playing right field and leading things off in the bottom half of inning number 2. Nin Burns, the big right-handed hitter, comes into this one hitting .321 on the year. 25 ribbies, second on the club. Consistent power threat. And you know, at the very least, Nin's going to be swinging hard if he sees a pitch that he likes. First one on the way, hefty hack, fouled off behind home plate. Dakota West was effective in the first frame. 16 pitches, did great outside of the long ball from Drew Berrigan. First pitch he threw to him was sent over the right field wall. Off speed from West, lunging and missing is Burns, and quickly he's behind 0-2. Burns comes into this one a 9-game hit streak that leads the Rebels in terms of hit streak length, dating back to March 4th against Northern Colorado. 0-2. Brushes off Burns. Inside for ball 1. Burns went 1 for 3 with a run scored on Tuesday against Cal State Fullerton. The Rebels won that one 4-3. Was a really exciting one. And just the 4th time in 18 total outings in the history of those two storied programs, UNLV and Cal State Fullerton, that UNLV was able to come out victorious. Here's the 1-2 from Dakota West. Caught him looking on the outside corner. Very well executed pitch. Goes with the slider. Freezes Burns, and that's out number 1.
For UNLV, the first baseman, number 24, Johnny.
Brings up Johnny Rodriguez, the first baseman for UNLV, batting from the left side. Johnny, the junior from Fullerton, California, transfer from Golden West Community College. Teammates in 2025 with the designated hitter in the opposite lineup, Brian Martinez. Popular West Coast JUCO. A lot of these schools recruit talent from, as Rodriguez watches a curveball in the outside part. Called for strike 1. Rodriguez had a tough outing on Tuesday, 0 for 3, all 3 outs via the K. Swings and rolls over on this one. 2-hopper to the first baseman. Takes a funky hop, and that's going to be a base hit. Rodriguez rounds first looking for second, but instead retreats, and that's a base hit. You take it however you can get it. A bit of an unorthodox base hit. It was a 2-hopper, but Gavin Glasgow took a couple steps back, tried to let that one hop into his glove. Just hit a funky spot in the infield and trickled into shallow right center. Finnegan Stewart, his right fielder, luckily backing him up a little bit, practicing some fundamentals out here, and saves an extra base advancement. 1 gone, Rodriguez aboard first, and it's Cooper Sheff, the third baseman. Cooper hitting .309 coming into this game. First pitch is a fastball. Missing inside to Sheff, count 1-0. Cooper on Tuesday. 2 for 3, 2 base hits, and he came around to score a run. That was Cooper's 9th multi-hit game of the season. He's been excellent at the plate in terms of stacking base hits. Unsuccessful pickoff attempt. Keeping an eye on Johnny Rodriguez is Dakota West. Turns his focus to the batter, delivers the 1-0. Big swing and a miss from Sheff, but Rodriguez takes off. The throw is going to be not in time. Pulls the cover, and Kyle McDaniel a little bit off kilter to his right side of the base, but Johnny Rodriguez makes the advancement. Scored a wild pitch up here. Johnny Rodriguez just ready to roll, and great reaction time. So now he's in scoring position with 1 gone. 1-1 pitch to Sheff inside. Turns into it, almost hit him, but breaks back towards the plate. Still missing inside for ball 2. Cooper Sheff standing 6'4", the Las Vegas, Nevada local. First year in the Scarlet and Gray last year. The year prior, though, he was an Oregon Duck. 2-1 pitch, fastball at the knees, called for strike 2. Cooper kicks the bat, digs back in. He awaits the 2-2. Here's Dakota West looking for another put-away pitch. Got him looking inside corner, and the fastball location from Dakota West continues to be immaculate. Beautiful throw. Great frame by the catcher, Ty Johnson, and that's 2 backwards Ks in the bottom half of the second inning. 4 total strikeouts now and 7 batters faced for Dakota West. 2 outs now, and he'll try to strand a runner in scoring position as Jack Salmon, the left fielder, steps into the left-handed batter's box. Jack Salmon still looking for his first long ball on the year, but 10 runs batted in for the lefty. Checks his swing on the first pitch. Catcher appeals over to third. No, he did not. 1-0 to Jack Salmon. Salmon on Tuesday, 1 for 2. 1 of 4 RBIs in the Rebel win. Swings and misses. Caught off guard by the curveball. Count even 1-1. Jack Salmon throws righty, bats lefty. Senior from Newport Beach, California, and member of the Hawaii baseball program a year ago. West checks back Rodriguez at second. Delivers just a bit outside. Keeps going back to that curveball. This one narrowly missing on the outside. 2-1 to Salmon. Salmon an on base of 463 this year. Good for 4th on the UNLV side. Pops this one sky high out to left. Case Naoni struggling to get there. Hits the ground first, and it's a ground rule double. That one just kept going. Wind took it out a little bit to left and was very difficult for Naoni to track. Just like that, it's a 2-out double to score a run for Jack Salmon. Partly cloudy sky with some windy conditions. It's difficult to track a ball regardless in this large outfield. Case Naoni, the left fielder, thought he had it, kept carrying, and then he ended up overrunning the ball. The wind bringing it back towards left center field. It's RBI number 11 on the season for the left fielder Jack Salmon, and the Rebels lead it 2-0 in inning number 2. Brings up Gunnar Myro, the shortstop. First pitch, fastball at the knees, called for strike 1. Gunnar Myro, the 5'11 junior out of Bishop Gorman High School, the local product here from Las Vegas. It's clipped, and you can hear that pop right off the elbow guard as he'll take a 2-out hit by pitch. Gunnar hitting .452, with the on-base percentage even greater now with that hit by pitch. 2 on now, still 2 gone for Dakota West, and it's going to prompt a pitching mound visit here. Not quite a change yet, but Utah Tech wants to talk things over. Dakota West, lots of feast or famine from him tonight through the first time through the order. 4 strikeouts, 2 swinging, 2 looking, but a couple of hard hit, single and a double, as well as the Drew Berrigan homer. The message this time around in the mound visit, you think, is settle things down and ignore the base runners. Got 2 on, and it's now Reggie Bussey, the center fielder, due up. One of the strikeout victims. The off-speed really got to Bussey the first time around. A couple big swings and misses from the Rebel center fielder. Struck out on a drop, 3rd strike in the dirt to start the first inning off. First pitch, big swing and a miss, fastball low and in from Dakota West. That's strike 1. Bussey was 0 for 4 in the win against Fullerton. Did have a run-scoring fielder's choice, so was credited with an RBI. This one goes to the curveball. Bussey swings and misses again, and Dakota West looking sharp through the first 2 pitches of this at-bat. West came into this one with 23 Ks to just 8 walks. 0-2 pitch in the dirt. Johnny Rodriguez about halfway between second and third, but decides against the risk. Digs that left foot and then retreats to second base. Curveball has been mighty effective from Dakota West. Looked for another swing and miss from Bussey there. Checks back at second, and here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed. Blows the fastball right by Reggie Bussey. And Dakota West records all 3 outs in the bottom of the second via the K. Does allow a run on 2 hits. No errors and 2 left. Through 2 full, UNLV leads Utah Tech by a score of 2-0 here in Las Vegas. UNLV Hustlin' Rebel Baseball on the UNLV Athletics YouTube page is brought to you by West Coast Trial Lawyers. They're the #1 rated personal injury firm and are proud supporters of UNLV Athletics. Get the most with West Coast. And by America First, Nevada's premier credit union. Whatever financial goals you've got for yourself, your family, or your business, America First can help you get your money working. So head to americafirst.com and join the home team today. Back with you for the top of the 3rd inning. I'm Drew Neverett. Thanks for tuning in on what's become a beautiful Saturday evening here in Paradise, Nevada. UNLV currently leads Utah Tech 2-0. Each side with 3 hits through 2 full innings, and Parker Dilloff will start his 3rd frame against the top of the order. Kyle McDaniel, the second baseman, steps in from the left-handed batter's box to face the big lefty Dilloff. First pitch, sweeper just missing on the inside part, 1-0. Kyle McDaniel started off this contest with a base hit, but was retired by Gunnar Myro as part of that 6-3 double play. Dilloff looks into the glove, gets the sign from Garcia, kicks, delivers, fastball just a bit away. McDaniel ahead now. 2-0 the count. McDaniel, one of the clear offensive leaders on this team, but especially recently, last 2 games against Fresno State, was 6 for 11. Takes this fastball down Main Street, 2-1 the count. Didn't only have 6 hits in that 2-game set, but scored 3 runs and drove in 6. 6 runs batted in, a double and a homer as well. Real spectacular couple of games for him. This one on the inside part, swung on and missed. Dilloff now evens things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two Ks so far on the evening for Dilloff. Looking for number 3 right here. Swung on. Hit high on a fly the other way. Salmon tracks it down and makes the grab. Dilloff digs deep there. Forces the fly out from the Trailblazers leadoff man McDaniel. Brings up Hudson Manwaring, the center fielder. Manwaring grounded into the double play, aforementioned, after working a great at-bat. Dilloff out of the windup, the first pitch. Fastball peppered in for strike 1. We talked a little bit, too, about the Las Vegas roots of this Utah Tech team. They have 5 players that hail from Nevada, as this 0-1's called for strike 2. But head coach Chris Fottenhauer, a graduate of UNLV, graduating with a bachelor's in physical education from UNLV in the year 2000. This 0-2 is driven hard out to left center field. Center fielder and left fielder both giving chase. Corrals off the wall. Bussey throws into the cutoff man. No play anywhere as it's a 2-out double from Hudson Manwaring. He got a whole lot of that one. It rolled all the way to the wall. That's a tailor-made two-bagger. Runner in scoring position now for Ryan Crapel. Crapel struck out swinging in the first. But not only did Utah Tech's head man Chris Fattenhauer go to UNLV, he is credited with starting the baseball program at CSN, the College of Southern Nevada. We talk so much about on these broadcasts, and folks in Las Vegas baseball know CSN very well. Stiloff's first pitch to Crapel is flowing in for a ball. But so many guys throughout the past decade have come to this Hustlin' Rebel program via CSN, CSN being one of the better JUCOs on the West Coast, if not the whole country, for baseball. This one smacked foul to the left side by the dugout of Utah Tech, hits off the net, and it's 1-1 to Crapel. Pretty wild, though. Makes a lot of sense that Chris Fattenhauer would have a relationship with Stan Stolte and would want to come to the Earl a few times to play. 1-1 rolled over to the right side. Rosales gets it on two hops, shuffles, throws low, but it's backhanded by Rodriguez for out number 2. The ground out moves Manwaring over to third, and now there's 2 gone for the right fielder, Finnegan Stort. Finnegan Stort, a ground out to third to lead off the top of the second. It's now provided an opportunity to be clutch once again. 8-7 walk-off winners were Utah Tech at the hands of Finnegan Stort. First pitch to him, lifted softly on a line to left. Myro tracks it, a little leap in the hole and makes the grab. Scored a soft line out to Gunnar Myro, and no damage done. This Manwaring stranded at third. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left. Halfway through 3, UNLV up top on Utah Tech, 2-0. Back with you with the bottom half of inning number 3. UNLV currently leads Utah Tech 2-0. I'm Drew Neverett. Thanks for tuning in on a beautiful Saturday night at Earl E. Wilson Stadium. Dakota West, the right-hander for Utah Tech, comes out for his 3rd full inning of work, and will do so against the 2, 3, and 4, the meat of the UNLV lineup. Marcos Rosales, 0 for 1 so far, a ground out to second in inning number 1. Dakota West, typical Friday starter for Utah Tech. First pitch is hit hard on a line, and that's a beautiful sliding grab. Case Naoni immediately tracked that line drive off the bat of Rosales And a textbook slide to make the grab. 1 pitch, 1 out for Dakota West.
For UNLV, the designated hitter.
Brings up Drew Berrigan. The big DH looking for hit number 2, possibly homer number 2. A big-time Oppo Taco line drive homer with 2 outs in the bottom of the first for Drew. Dakota West, a guy who kind of a workhorse for the Trailblazers. His first pitch fastball is called for strike 1. 4 1/3 is the least amount of innings he's thrown so far this year. 73 pitches. The least amount he's thrown in a year as well. So far this year is 0-1s in the dirt. But he's gone up to 107. He pitched 6 2/3 just a couple of weeks ago against a foe that UNLV is familiar with, Austin Peay. Berrigan fouls this one off and is behind 1-2 quickly. But 5 pretty effective starts. A lot of difference in results. 2 wins, 2 losses for Dakota West. So this curveball misses low and in. Evens up the count 2-2 to Drew. Berrigan has 12 multi-hit games so far this year, looking to make it 13 right now as he takes a 2-2. It's that fastball inside Dakota West has loved to go with against the righties. Makes the count full. Out of the windup, the payoff pitch. Missing low, Berrigan. Some elite plate discipline, and he earns that base on balls. Just 1 out now, and Aiden Garcia, the catcher, walks up to the right-hand side. Garcia, one of 5 strikeouts for Dakota West. Lots of variance between these two teams and how they approach the offense. A lot of free swingers from Stan Stolte's UNLV, but you know, the ugly side of that can be 201 strikeouts coming into this one, which was tops of all Mountain West schools. Utah Tech kind of the opposite. Their first and least amount of strikeouts from the batting side of things in the Western Athletic Conference. 146 Ks for the Trailblazers coming into this one, so lots of hit to contact, and we've seen that in the early going. Parker Dilloff, a strikeout first guy, not tallying those Ks, but getting a lot of outs with the defense behind him. After 2 pickoff moves, Dakota West finally delivers a fastball for ball 1. Drew Berrigan has only attempted 1 steal this year. It was successful. This fastball, inside part of the plate, called for strike 1 to Garcia. Garcia waggles the bat above the left shoulder. He awaits the 1-1 with 1 out and a runner on first. Swung on, soft tapper right in front of the plate. Catcher comes out, that's Johnson, makes the throw in time to retire Garcia. Soft little tapper. It's the benefit of those curveballs that Dakota West has been going to. Very few of them have actually been put into play or even made contact with. That time, he was able to stay in the zone. Garcia just barely got contact with the tip of the bat. Essentially acts as a pseudo-sacrifice, but now there's 2 gone with Drew Berrigan at second, and it's Nin Burns the second, stepping in. Burns struck out looking, a well-executed curveball by Dakota West to lead off inning number 2. First pitch, big cut and a miss from Burns. The off-speed from West continues to be effective. So it's 0-1 to Burns, looking to extend that 9-game hit streak he currently sits on. 0-1, it's fouled off the plate, then off his leg, and quickly West in an advantageous position. West looking to strand this runner on. Stranded runners on first and second the last time. UNLV hoping to avoid that fate moving forward. You get a guy on second, you want to bring him home, especially in games like this with Utah Tech, a team that they've played hard in the past and played tight. in the past as well. The 0-2 misses low and away. 1-2 to Nin Burns. Burns sits calmly, awaits, goes in the dirt. Big secondary lead by Drew Berrigan at second, but doesn't take off for third. 2 waste pitches in a row from Dakota West, looking to get the swinging strike from Burns. Burns choked up just a little bit. He's turned on his 2-strike approach. West looks back at second, kicks, delivers, swung on, and that's chopped foul. One hopper right to Corey Vanderhook over at third base in the coaching box. Nice play, Corey. Burns stays alive. West went with the curveball that time. The curveball was what retired Burns the first time up. Here it is again. Soft roller to the third base side. The throw is not in time from Ryan Krapel. As Berrigan was running, he advanced to third safely due to that dribbler taking Krapel in front of the third base bag, and just a real tough play to make. And it's a 2-out single for Nin Burns. 10 games now his hit streak is extended to. Longest on the team, and Burns continues to be effective with timely hitting. Runners on the corners now, and 2 gone for Johnny Rodriguez. Take a brief pause here as Ty Johnson, the catcher, steps up to signal the first and third signs to the rest of his infield. 2 gone here. Rosales, the line out to left field, and Aiden Garcia, the soft tapper in front of the catcher. Brings up Rodriguez. He's 1 for 1, a base hit in the bottom of inning number 2. West throws over, checking on Nin Burns. Burns has attempted 2 stolen bases this season. Successfully swiped them both. First offering, missing low and away to Johnny Rodriguez. That was the 55th pitch thrown by Dakota West, so laboring just a bit here, at least comparatively to the first 2 frames. 0-1 instead. The pickoff over to first. Burns dives back in safely. Gavin Glasgow holding him on at first. Maybe an undersized first baseman standing at 5'10", but lower to the ground and effective when holding a guy on. See another throw over. Another close one, but Burns retreats safely. Got to think if you're Berrigan, maybe a little bit of an aggressive secondary lead or a primary in terms of the pitcher constantly picking off to first. This one, curveball delivered in the outside part of the strike zone. Call it 1-1 to J-Rod. J-Rod with 18 runs batted in on the year. Possibility for 19 and 20 on the sacks right now. 1-1 pitch, big swing. Swings through that curveball low, and a great block by catcher Johnson. And it's 1-2. Johnny Rodriguez, the big lefty in his open stance, reminiscent of Adam Dunn. Awaits the 1-2. Fastball missing low. Burns, they look like they're trying to intentionally get the run, and that's exactly what they will do. A first, third steal. And so the out is retired, but Burns gave enough time on the base paths for Berrigan to score. So Johnny Rodriguez will lead off the bottom of the 4th. Rebels played a run on that interesting base running play. We're through 3 full. UNLV on top of Utah Tech by a score of 3-0 here in Las Vegas. we're set to get underway in inning number 4. UNLV sits atop Utah Tech 3-0. Game 1 of the 2-game set. Game 2 get things started around 12:05. Anticipated first pitch tomorrow, which should be a very balmy Sunday afternoon. Parker Dilloff out for his 4th full frame. Throws the first pitch to Ty Johnson, missing outside for ball 1. Johnson, the catcher, singled in the second, came all the way around to third, but wouldn't score. Dilloff, sinker misses high there, and it's 2-0. Johnson hitting above the .330 mark, a very consistent hitter in the 5-hole. He awaits the 2-0. Dilloff 3-0, the first 3-0 count we've seen from Parker Dilloff. He has yet to walk somebody through 3 full. Coming into this one, 33 strikeouts and 14 walks for Dilloff on the year, so he's been mighty effective in that department. This 3-0 is a fastball on the outside part. It is in there for called strike 1. Johnson taking all the way. Johnson, a guy 11 walks, good for 4th on the Trailblazers roster. Cuts and foul tips this one and runs the count full. Johnson providing a lengthy at-bat at the very least as the leadoff man in the 4th inning. He awaits the full count pitch. Here it comes from Dilloff. Rung him up. Strike 3 on the inside corner, clocked at 94. One of the faster pitches from Dilloff's evening so far, and he gets things started with a backwards K of Ty Johnson. A devious pitch, the sinker, kind of cutting right back in on the inside part of the plate. Beautifully executed full count pitch. 1 gone via the K, and it brings up Case Naoni. Dilloff goes with the sweeper, missing away. 1-0 to Naoni. Naoni had a hard hit ball out to left field. Jack Salmon didn't have a problem with it. Dilloff goes with the fastball. Reaches back for that one at 95, but misses inside, and it's 2-0 to Case Naoni. Naoni, the senior, transferred in from Lynn Benton Community College up in Oregon. Smacks that one to the right side. Gets in between Rodriguez and Rosales. It's a 1-out single for the Trailblazers left fielder. Naoni 1 for 2 now. Brings up Gavin Glasgow, the first baseman. Glasgow 1 for 1. Singled back in the second. Big right-hander, one of the few Trailblazers to not really present a speed threat, we'll say, for this lineup. Lots of stolen bases. It's 0-1. 31 stolen bases coming into this one for Utah Tech. It's 4th in the WAC, but just a few behind the conference lead. These guys try to get on first and swipe the extra bag whenever possible. It's fouled off by Gavin Glasgow, and it's 0-2. Case Naoni, one of those constant speed threats, tied with 3 other Trailblazers having 4 stolen bases, second on the team. They really spread them out, too. It's not just one real burner. 0-2 pitch outside, swung on and missed. The fastball from Dilloff forces the swing and miss. Gavin Glasgow chases, and that's the 2nd strikeout of the inning for Parker Dilloff, his 4th overall tonight. Dilloff's got the K work going, and now he's got 2 gone. Brings up Brian Martinez, the designated hitter. Martinez hit a hard liner over to third. It was the beautiful backhand diving play by Cooper Sheff. Diving into third base to try to make the force play. Stan Stolte would then challenge to no avail, but Dilloff would end up straining the bases loaded. After checking on the runner, delivers the first pitch to Martinez. Gets the call on the inside fastball, 0-1. Naone is a threat to go, but so tough to do on a 6'4" lefty. Especially one who's pumping heat in like Dilloff. There he goes with the fastball. Beautiful pitch, and it's 0-2. Mentioned Brian Martinez. At Golden West Community College last year. Was really stellar on that squad. Hit .305, 12 homers, 46 runs batted in. Swung on and missed. It's in the dirt. Out goes Garcia. Tosses over to Rodriguez at first, and that'll retire the side. A base hit from Naone, but outside of that, Parker Dilloff strikes out the side. Halfway home in the fourth inning, UNLV atop Utah Tech, 3-0 here at the Earl. UNLV Hustlin' Rebel Baseball on the UNLV Athletics YouTube page is brought to you by Sierra AC. Sierra Air Conditioning and Plumbing makes quality service their top priority and were voted best air conditioning company in Las Vegas. Our highly trained technicians will make sure the job is done right the first time. Sierra is here to help you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call Sierra Air Conditioning and Plumbing today for service that soars above the rest. It's the bottom of inning number 4 as UNLV maintains a lead over Utah Tech, currently 3-0. Brings up Johnny Rodriguez to lead things off. First pitch he sees from Dakota West is smacked to the right side, just past the fully extended Kyle McDaniel. And that's a base hit for Johnny Rodriguez. 2 singles in as many trips to the plate for the big lefty. Rodriguez was eager to get back into the box after he had a long at-bat that never really finished. The final out was retired in the form of Nin Burns before Drew Berrigan scored from third on one of those funky caught stealing plays with 2 outs and runners on the corners. The leadoff man, Rodriguez, is aboard and brings up Cooper Sheff. Cooper's 0 for 1, struck out looking on a tough pitch on the inside corner. First pitch, maybe half offered. Sheff didn't go, and it's in the dirt, so want to know the count. 60 pitches now for Dakota West. Wouldn't say laboring's how you describe it, but about to get into the later part of his outing for sure. He's done an effective job, 5 hits allowed, 3 runs so far, but the leadoff man Rodriguez getting on is not what he wanted to see. The 1-0 on the way. West out of the stretch. Sheff early on it. Looking fastball, gets the changeup and pulls it foul. As always, an exciting weekend around the rest of UNLV athletics. Got 2 games set here at Earl E. Wilson between UNLV and Utah Tech, but UNLV softball winning by a score of 6-3 today. They've won 2 straight against conference rival San Diego State. Great start for head coach Christy Fox and the softball team. Check swing from Chef. The appeal to first, he did not go. So Cooper now in a hitter's count, 2-1. Also my traditional counterpart, Matt and Everett, traveling to Tulsa today. UNLV running Rebels on the hardwood are advancing in the NIT. They take on Tulsa at their place tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock. Should be an exciting one. Second straight pickoff now from Dakota West, checking on Johnny Rodriguez. And a lot of respect shown to Rodriguez this season as a base runner. Just one attempt on the year. He was successful stealing second base. Hopping around over there. 2-1s delivered to Chef. Low and away, swung on and missed. Count even up at 2-2. What's exciting too is a big time Hustlin' Rebel game at Las Vegas Ballpark in Summerlin on Monday. Hope you tune in for that one and buy your tickets as well. But with that running Rebel game, the basketball team will tell if I'm solo on that or if Matt will join me. He might still be in Oklahoma if they continue to advance in the tournament. It's 2-2, rode over to the third base side. Throws back in time to second and not quite in time at first. Ryan Krapel to Kyle McDaniel for the force out. But Chef will reach on a fielder's choice. Tough play, but Krapel, a great defender over there, and he's been challenged a couple times with that soft ground ball you have to charge. It's a mighty impressive throw going across your body like that to second base, but they get the out, get the lead runner. As Chef is aboard at first, bringing up Jack Salmon. Salmon doubled to deep left field in the second inning, scoring a run. Yet another pickoff from Dakota West. They are heavily conscious of all Rebel runners at first so far today. No official stolen bases. Johnny Rodriguez had an advancement 90 feet to second, but was on a wild pitch. Salmon checks his swing. He did not go on that pitch in the dirt, and it's a 1-0. Jack Salmon, nephew of longtime big leaguer Tim Salmon. The lefty, with his tight linear stance, awaits the 1-0. Curveball drops right down the middle. Called for strike one. Talked about that contest Monday night. UNLV takes on the Arizona State Sun Devils, as they have each of the last handful of years, at the Las Vegas Ballpark in Summerlin, home of the Las Vegas Aviators. This pitch roped into left center field for Salmon. That'll be a base hit. Rounding second is Chef. He'll hold up at third, standing up, and it's a nice piece of hitting by Jack Salmon, making him 2 for 2 this evening.
Now batting for UNLV.
Puts runners on the corners for the shortstop, Gunnar Myro. Gunnar got hit the second pitch he saw tonight. One of 2 free passes to first, awarded by Dakota West, the starter tonight. Maybe a little bit of loosening up going on. No warm-ups yet in the third base side bullpen as Gunnar squares the bunt. Runner comes home. He's safe. No throw from the pitcher. It was meant to be a suicide squeeze. Could not have worked out any better for the Hustlin' Rebels. Salmon advances to second. It's an infield bunt single for Gunnar Myro. And it scores a run. 4-1 now the count here from Vegas. Gunnar gets it done in every way imaginable. He really does. Came into this one a .452 average, but I mean, a homer, 5 doubles, a triple. He's a guy that sacrificed bunts. He's a team player, but he's also ripping singles consistently. Just an excellent person to have down at the bottom of the order. 4-0 Rebels brings up Reggie Bussey, who pump fakes a bunt, pulls back, but it's called for strike one. Salmon moved up to second with the bunt, and Myro aboard first, not being held on. Middle infield, shaded in a little bit Bussey offered, but it clipped off it looked to be pass ball perhaps. Hard to see what happened, but Ty Johnson, it looked like they crossed signals and got even more confusing when Bussey pulled back. Umpire signaled he did go, so it's a strike. But both runners advance into scoring position due to the pass ball from Johnson. So a costly crossing of signals between Dakota West and Ty Johnson of Utah Tech. Now everybody on the infield moves in, looking for the play at the plate. That pitch in the dirt. It's another curveball from West. Makes the count 1-2 to Reggie Bussey. Bussey in danger of striking out for the third time in 3 at-bats. Most balls in play here are good with 1 out. See what the 1-2 has in store. Missing low and in. Good take from Bussey on the fastball. Count 2-2. And we see it a lot in this ballpark this season, to where guys tend to throw inside out the more they advance into their starts. The off-speed for command when they lose the control of the fastball. Here's the 2-2. Bussey fouls off a fastball off the mitt of Ty Johnson. Couldn't squeeze it shut for the K, so Bussey stays alive. Bussey steps out of the box, grabs a breather, shimmies the shoulders around before stepping back in. And he awaits the 2-2 from Dakota West. Swung on and missed. Goes back to the curveball, does West. 76, the slowest one of the evening. And Bussey goes down swinging for the 3rd time tonight. It's 2 gone now. Brings up Marcos Rosales. He's looking for his first hit of the night. He's 0 for 2. Couple of hard hit balls, a grounder to second, and a liner to left. Rebels 4 for 9 tonight with runners on, 3 for 6 with runners in scoring position. The first pitch, Rosales pops it up behind the plate. Johnson's giving chase, and it clears the netting. Foul ball, nice little play by. That's a scout for sure in attendance with the stopwatch around the wrist, but great little one-play hopper off the cement. It's 0-1 to Marcos Rosales. The infield is retaking their positions in standard defensive depth. And out of the stretch, the 0-1. Rosales fouls that one off as well. 2 swings, 2 foul balls for the Rebel second baseman. Rosales steps back in. Chokes up a half inch on the bat and awaits the 0-2 from Dakota West. Curveball in the dirt. Rebel batters have been looking for that each and every time they get behind in the count. Seems that West has relied heavily on that curveball. It's been effective, but he missed there, ball 1. Two runners in scoring position. The 1-2 to Rosales, missing outside. Ty Johnson tried to corral that pitch and frame it on the outside corner. No luck there. And there's 2 on, there's 2 out. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled again. This time a fastball that's low, almost at the ankles, but Rosales certainly protecting the plate. He's staying alive. He's got the pure hand speed to turn anything into a base hit, really. Massive hole on the right side between the first and second baseman. Rosales may be looking that way. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed. Dakota West dials it back, and he'll strand 2 runners in scoring position. Rebels will get 1 on 3 hits. No errors and 2 left through 4 full here in Las Vegas. UNLV on top of Utah Tech 4-0. UNLV Hustlin' Rebel Baseball on the UNLV Athletics YouTube page is brought to you by Parkway Tavern, official partner of UNLV Athletics and your official home of Rebels on the Road. With over 250 beers, 24/7 gaming, and 7 Valley locations, there's no better place to catch the game than Parkway Tavern. Go Rebels. I'm Drew Neverett back here for the top of the 5th at Earl E. Wilson Stadium. It'll be the 9, 1, and 2 batters for the Trailblazers to lead things off, starting with the shortstop, Petey Soto Jr. First pitch he sees scorches it on a line down the first base side, but escapes into foul territory. Parker Dilloff sitting at 57 pitches right now. He's recorded 12 outs, and he's been mighty effective. Still pitching the shutout. 0-1 on the way to Soto. So that sweeper just doesn't get the call on the outside part of the plate, even at 1-1. Petey Soto Jr. struck out, swinging to end the second. One of 6 strikeout victims for Dilloff. Fastball missing high and away. And that's ball 2. Dilloff really been a guy to look for the K as often as possible. Just when you have a 6-pitch mix like he does, he mixes it up so well. It's so hard to read as a batter. That one missing somewhere. It's 3-1 now. Dilloff 33 strikeouts now at 38. Leads the Hustlin' Rebels. Gets a foul ball here on an inside fastball to Soto. Runs the count full. It was a month ago today here at the Earl. UNLV played Bradley and set the franchise program's all-time record for total strikeouts in a game. 22 pitching strikeouts, 10 from Dilloff. This full count pitch elevated, popped up to shallow right field, and an excellent play by Marcos Rosales. Covers a heck of a lot of ground to get all the way basically to the foul line and makes the grab for out number 1. Moves Petey Soto to 0 for 2 and brings us back to the top of the order for the Trailblazers for the 3rd time. It's Kyle McDaniel sitting at 1 and 2 so far. Leadoff single to start the ball game, and he flied out to Jack Salmon in left. First pitch, fastball outside corner, called for strike 1. Kyle McDaniel in the Thursday contest against Fresno State drove in 5 of the 17 Trailblazer runs. He was spectacular. That's a career high for Kyle McDaniel. 0-1 fastball, missing away. Count runs even 1-1. McDaniel, just the way that he carries himself, too, you can just tell he's a ball player, tell he's been doing this a long time. He's meant to be playing Division I. You can tell just by watching his warm-ups how he would take ground balls just with a professional demeanor during warm-ups today. 3 straight fastballs from Dilloff, 2 of them for balls. Out of the windup, it's the 2-1. Beautiful pitch inside out. Fouled off towards his own dugout, makes it 2-2. McDaniel plus defender, great guy to have at second base. A great bat to ball guy too. Leadoff hitter extraordinaire. He awaits the 2-2. Swung on. Chopper over to Rosales. Takes a high hop, fields it at his head, throws a bit high. Rodriguez gets there. And they'll retire McDaniel for out number 2. Hudson Manwaring, the center fielder, steps in. Manwaring a double with 1 out. The 3rd is last time up. Manwaring had a bit of a different 2-game set against Fresno State. No hits and 4 at-bats, but walked 4 times and scored all 4 times he reached base. First pitch, rolls it to Rosales. Routine play over to first, and just like that, 1, 2, 3 for Parker Dilloff. He's through 5 shutty here in Las Vegas. We'll be back for the bottom half of the 5th, and the UNLV Hustlin' Rebel order as they lead it 4-0 over Utah Tech. It's 4-0 UNLV over Utah Tech as we're slated to get started in the bottom of the 5th. It'll be the 3, 4, and 5 for the Hustlin' Rebels, started off by Drew Berrigan. 1 for 1, he's scored 2 of the 4 Rebel runs. If you remember, the screaming home run in the first. He would walk and come around to score in the third. First pitch from Dakota West is called for strike 1. That's pitch 81 today for Dakota West as he starts his 5th inning of work. 0-1 pitch in the dirt, evens the count at 1-1. And with that, I want to update you on some Mountain West baseball scores from around the conference today. Here's the 1-1. Berrigan takes, and it's 2-1. San Diego State playing 2 games today. Acted as the home side against UConn, picking up a big 6-4 win over the Big East foe. They're up, they're down 8-5 right now in the top of the 9th in game 2 of their doubleheader versus San Jose State. As Berrigan takes in the dirt, 3-1. Abilene Christian, another WAC foe, picked to finish first in the WAC, took down New Mexico and Albuquerque 11-4 today. His fastball's outside, called strike 2. Washington State walked off Grand Canyon in 10 innings. Air Force took down Nevada 18-5. A lot of high-scoring action going on in the Mountain West. 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed. It's in the dirt. Johnson goes to his left, throws down to first in time to retire Berrigan. 2-3 on the putout from Ty Johnson, and it's 3 consecutive Ks dating back to the end of the 4th inning for Dakota West. Making 8 on the day for Dakota West. So 4 earned runs aside, he has been missing Rebel bats left and right. 1 gone, and it brings up Aiden Garcia, the catcher. He's 0 for 2 so far tonight. 1 of those 8 Rebel Ks. First pitch on the way to the lefty. It's the curveball. Misses just a bit high, maybe a touch above the letters, ball 1. Infield shifted a bit towards the right side. As Garcia takes inside corner, called for strike 1 on the fastball. Dakota West, a walk, 7 hits, 4 earned runs. Misses outside on the curveball, and it's 2-1. Tonight's game, the first of 4 individual matchups between these 2 squads throughout this season. 2-1 misses inside, and it's 3-1. We'll have tonight, we'll have tomorrow at noon, and then UNLV makes 2 separate trips to St. George to play a couple of midweek Tuesday matchups. One on April 14th, one on April 28th. As Aiden Garcia swings through the fastball, and that loads up the count. Garcia takes a breather, finds himself back up, and awaits the payoff pitch from Dakota West. Just a hair inside. Fastball can't find the zone, and Aiden Garcia is aboard with a one-out walk. Could be a big base runner now as the powerful Nin Burns II steps up to the plate. He singled in the third and picked off and caught stealing, but did enough on the base pass when you get into treacherous waters as they did. 2 outs, runners on the corners, and you get caught dead to rights on the base pass. He turned around, got himself in a rundown long enough to allow his roommate, Drew Berrigan, to score from third. First pitch to Burns, misses low and away. Wind has certainly died down. Taking a look at the flagpole, a couple of interesting balls between 6 and 7 o'clock hour, affected by the wind as Burns fouls this one off, making it 1-1. I've seen a lot of different types of fly balls in this ballpark over the last 5 years, but haven't quite seen one like the double that Jack Salmon was awarded. It was just kept carrying, and Case Naoni, the left fielder, looked like he had it. This one from Burns is hit hard out to right field. Giving chase is Stewart. He'll make the catch just a few steps before the wall, and that's out number 2. Brings up Johnny Rodriguez, the Rebel first baseman. He's 2 for 2. 2 singles so far in this one. Johnny, a very well-rounded player so far this season. His only complaint you could really make is a few too many swings and misses, leading to a bit of a lower average, but couldn't tell that from tonight. A couple of hard-struck singles, couple of long worked-out at-bats, as you hear. Nice little student section chanting Johnny. Right on cue. Johnny shoots a base hit into left center field. Make it 3 hits for Johnny Rodriguez. Aiden Garcia will move up into scoring position, and with 2 outs, it brings up the third baseman, Cooper Sheff. Sheff reached via a fielder's choice, would come around to score the game's 4th run. Looking to provide an instant jolt of offense, but first, a mound visit from Utah Tech. Second mound visit they've taken with 2 runners on and 2 out. Dakota West approaching 100 pitches. He sits at 96 right now. Doesn't look like they have the intent to take him out right now, so I think they want him to finish this 5th inning off for sure. Dakota West, the best options for this Trailblazers squad. He's been around a long time. This is his 4th season, his 27th start in his career for the Trailblazers, 51st total appearance. Coming into this one, he led the team in innings pitched and strikeouts as well, so you know they trust him, and you know that the leash most likely longer than any other of their starting pitchers. So we'll reset. Aiden Garcia on second base, Johnny Rodriguez aboard first after the 2-out single, and Cooper Sheff awaits the first pitch. Low, and it's blocked by Johnson. Good job to keep that in front of him, and that's ball 1. Sheff, one of 2 strikeouts of the looking variety in the 2nd inning. Dakota West struck out all 3 Rebel outs in that half. 1-0 on the way. Called. That's a strike, 1-1. Took a little bit off that at 88, but hit the low inside corner. Very small leads from both base runners, but you know they'll be taken off on contact as Sheff puts a charge into that one to deep left center. It's high, it's deep, it's at the wall. It is gone. You can't forget about it. Cooper Sheff. run bomb for Cooper Chef. He got absolutely every molecule of that baseball. And it's 7-0 Hustlin' Rebels. Cooper has been waiting all night to get that pitch. It was pitch number 99 from Dakota West, so he won't get to triple digits. Dakota West exits the game. Cooper Chef long ball makes this thing 7-0. And we've got a pitching change for the Trailblazers. We'll give you the specifics when we come back. UNLV 7, Utah Tech 0. Back with you from Las Vegas. It's 7-0 UNLV after the Cooper Chef long ball. 3-run blast from the Rebel third baseman. And that'll do it for Dakota West. Final line for West, 4 2/3, 9 hits, 7 earned runs, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts on 99 pitches. It's going to bring in Easton Brooks, the redshirt sophomore, standing 6'4" out of Harriman, Utah. He's going to come in with a fresh slate and try to get out of this in the 5th. But Jack Salmon blasts this one to dead center field. It's got some carry. And he made the grab. What a play out in center field by Hudson Manwaring. Thought we were about to have some back-to-back Jack action, but what a defensive play by Hudson Manwaring. That'll retire the side, but a big 3 runs for UNLV on 2 hits, no errors and nobody left through 5 full. UNLV on top of Utah Tech, 7-0 from Las Vegas. UNLV Hustlin' Rebel Baseball on the UNLV Athletics YouTube page is brought to you by Intermountain Health. Intermountain Health is here to help you live your healthiest life possible. As the official health partner of UNLV Athletics, Intermountain Health is dedicated to promoting health and wellness in our community. And Findlay Toyota, after the game or anytime, visit or click Findlay Auto. Findlay Toyota is the largest Toyota dealer in Nevada. Ask for John Barr. He'll do anything to sell you a car. And also by Heaven Hill Brands. proud sponsor of UNLV Athletics. I'm Drew Neverett. Thanks for joining me. It's the top of the 6th inning. UNLV flawless so far. A big exclamation mark from Cooper Chef in the bottom half of the 5th inning. And they sit atop Utah Tech 7-0. Parker Dilloff, the starting pitcher, out for his 6th inning of work. He'll lead things off with Ryan Krapel. First pitch, fastball. Still dialing it up at 93 is Dilloff. That's called for strike 1. This next pitch will be number 70 for Dilloff. He has really been effective and efficient in this one. Big swing and a miss. Goes with the sweeper there. He's ahead of the 3-hitter, 0-2. Krapel's line today, 0-2 as well. A strikeout in the first and a ground ball to second base in the 3rd. Dilloff, 0-2, smacked on a line to center. Giving chases, Bussey, he dives, he does not come up with it. It's going to be a double now for Krapel. An extraordinary effort by Reggie Bussey. That was hit on a line. Shallow right center, Bussey came all the way in on a full sprint, got the perfect read, but just couldn't come away with it. Instead, the result's a leadoff double for Ryan Krapel, and Utah Tech looking to get some offense of their own going. It'll be Finnegan Stewart, the right fielder. 0 for 2 today, a ground out and a line out to his ledger. Dilloff working out of the stretch with the runner on. First pitch fouled off into the netting along the first base side, 0-1. Utah Tech, the Trailblazers, playing in their final season as a member of the Western Athletic Conference. They'll join UNLV in the Mountain West starting in 2027 for the first time. Pretty exciting stuff. This one, wild pitch from Dilloff. Was kind of kept in front by Aiden Garcia, but advancement nonetheless for Ryan Krapel over to 3rd. Not the end of the world. Dilloff still working with some run support and some cushion. But still nobody out. Finnegan Stewart awaits the 1-1 pitch. It's a sweeper. Misses outside, 2-1. Finnegan Stewart, the hero a night ago in St. George. Came into pinch hit in the 8th inning. But what really mattered was his AB in the 10th, a walk-off homer. This one softly on the line to the third base side. No ruling has been made, and finally it's called foul. Yeah, he came all the way in. That was Krapel over at 3rd. Chef doing what you're taught, making the play, letting the umps ump the game. And nobody really did in that instance, but now they've reset, they've called it foul. And the count's 2-2 to Finnegan Stewart. Dilloff, 5 strikeouts, no walks for him today, looking to pick up K number 6. Here's the 2-2. Misses low, went with the changeup, doesn't fool Stewart, and now the count is full. Parker Dilloff, 76 pitches now for him. And it's the payoff pitch to Finnegan Stewart. Got him looking, outside corner, beautiful pitch from Dilloff, and he gets his 6th strikeout of the evening. Talk about location. Parker Dilloff had been testing every part of the strike zone there, going breaking ball in, going fastball away, fastball low. Hits him with the sinker on the outside, beautiful pitch to get the first out of the inning. Brings up the catcher, Ty Johnson. He's 1 for 2. Single and a strikeout. First pitch chopped to the right side. Rodriguez, the backhand flick, and what a play. They get the out. Johnson kind of runs through the safety base, the orange base that hugs the actual first base on the right side. Runner will come in to score. But credit to Rodriguez and credit to Parker Dilloff on those PFPs. Some fielding practice, got right by the left side of the mound was Dilloff, and Rodriguez came all the way over from his left-hand side, gave almost a shovel pass. Most of the time you see the underhand toss, a big shovel pass to record the out, but a little bit of conferencing between Chris Fottenhauer and Glenn Ballengow, the home plate ump, and they're going to have a conversation about this. Would lead me to believe this will end up being a challenge. Regardless, the runner will score, but Utah Tech would obviously rather prefer the runner safe at first as well. And there's the earmuff signal from crew chief Jason Kaminsky, and we will in fact have a challenge. So no matter what, Ryan Krapel will come in to score. As of now, it's a 3-1 put out of Ty Johnson in the book for out number 2. As always, we have the technology, and Utah Tech wants to use it. It's a 7-1 game in the top of the 6th, and now's a good time. Update you on the March Madness scores. This is, in my opinion of most, one of the best times on the sports calendar, right in the thick of baseball season, but then you get a couple weeks of uninterrupted basketball. So far today, Michigan took down St. Louis, won by 23 points. Michigan State beating Louisville. Tom Izzo continuing to be a superstar this time of year. Number 1 overall seed Duke Blue Devils survive a scare against TCU. They really blew them out in the second half of that one. Houston, a blowout of Texas A&M. First upset of the day, Texas Longhorns take down Gonzaga 74-68. We have an 11 seed in the Sweet 16, always exciting. Illinois beat VCU, final score of 76-55 as it stands. Arkansas beating High Point by 1 at the half. Vanderbilt leading Nebraska at the under 8 media timeout in the second half. So an exciting March Madness tournament as always. Back to baseball, a lengthy review process going on. The third one we've seen today. Seven to 1 UNLV. The offense has shown up. A couple of long flies have been instrumental in this one. Drew Berrigan in the first, Cooper Sheff in the 5th. Those homers plating 4. Gunnar Myro had an RBI bunt single in the 4th. Jack Salmon an RBI double as well. Lots of offense for the Hustlin' Rebels. Something they're used to. I mean, coming into this one, still have yet to record their first Mountain West victory. They're 0-3 in conference play, but first in the Mountain West in runs, second in RBIs and on-base percentage, third in batting average and home runs. So they've been consistently mashing in their non-conference slate. And talked about it a lot on Tuesday's broadcast with so many runs being scored. They played at 36 against Air Force in a weekend set. Didn't win any of those, but we have the official review, and the call is confirmed. 3-1 the put out. So there is 2 outs. Krapel still scores regardless, but it's a lost challenge by Utah Tech, and there will be 2 outs with the bases empty. Parker Dilloff looking to get through 6 full. Still under 80 pitches. He'll face Case Neone. The left fielder hit a single in his last at-bat in the 4th, but would be stranded at first. First pitch he sees, change-up action from Dilloff, called for strike 1. Dillof's 0-1. Takes a lot off of that. The sweeper misses for ball 2. Parker, most pitches he's thrown in an outing has been 95 so far this year. Most innings pitched in an outing, 6 1/3. This one hit hard on the line. Foul on the third base side, and it's 1-2. Parker got hit around at Air Force, but outside of that, 2 real quality starts by definition with 5 innings or more, 3 earned runs or less, but 3 earned runs or less in 4 of 5 starts this year. Here's the 1-2. Again, rolled foul on the third base side for Naoni. 10 strikeouts for Parker Dilloff. It was his career high a month ago tonight against the Bradley Braves. Rebels swept that series, showcased a lot of their full potential. This one called strike 3, outside edge. Parker Dilloff catches Case Naoni looking. 1 run scores on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left. Halfway home in the 6th, UNLV now leads Utah Tech 7-1. Back with you at the bottom of the 6th inning. It's Gunnar Myro to lead things off. He'll take strike 1 from Easton Brooks. Easton Brooks came in for Dakota West, picked up the final out of the 5th on just 1 pitch. This one missing low and in the dirt. It's 1-1 on the way to the Rebel shortstop. Takes that one low from Brooks. Brooks, the redshirt sophomore, delivers, misses outside, and it's 3-1. Brooks making his 6th appearance of the year. Came into this one with a 6.23 earned run average. And now with the 1 out recorded, he's at 9 innings even on the season. Missing outside, that's ball 4, and Gunnar Myro is going to get things started with a base on balls, and he's reached safely all 3 times. Leadoff walk for Myro, brings the top of the order back around for Reggie Bussey. Bussey looking to get off the schneid tonight. 3 strikeouts and 3 plate appearances. Had a few defensive changes for you for the Trailblazers to report. Hudson Manwaring, the center fielder's now in right. Finnegan Stewart goes from right to left, and Mays Madsen comes into the ballgame, plays center. Bussey pops up the bunt on the first attempt. Went right back to the pitcher. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Tough night so far for Bussey. Trying to advance that runner, no luck there. Brings up Marcos Rosales. Madsen Mays playing center field now. The true freshman, 5'9" out of Leahy, Utah. Want to get a new look out there. Does head coach Chris Fottenhauer. First pitch to Rosales is taken. That's strike 1. This pitch, Rosales spit late on the fastball at 91, fouls it off, and that exits the building. Rosales, a rare 0 for 3. Ground out, line out, and strikeout. All against the Trailblazers starter, Dakota West. Here's the delivery to Rosales. Backs him up, turns away, and almost clips the shoulder. Doesn't this time, and it's 1-2. For Dakota West, it's a 7 earned run start, right? But it surely didn't feel like that. He was missing a lot of bats, struck out 8 hustling Rebels. This pitch fouled off by Rosales, and he stays alive once again. If there's one thing to know about Marcos Rosales, it's he's never going to let an at-bat die easily. I don't think it's tracked on the official UNLV baseball website, but he's got to lead the team in foul balls at the plate. 1-2, swings to soft liner into center field. Charging in is the freshman Mays, and he makes the grab for out number 2. What's that saying about the ball always finding you when you come in as a defensive replacement? That just came to fruition right there with Mays Madsen. So Madsen retires Rosales. There's 2 gone for Drew Berrigan. Berrigan homered in the first, walked and scored in the third, and struck out on a drop third strike to lead off the 5th inning. First pitch from Brooks at the knees, called strike 1. No real lead at all to speak of from Gunnar Myro. Very short, just a couple of short shuffles. Not trying to risk anything with 2 outs. 0-1 pitch, Berrigan takes again, and it's a strike again in the same location. Fastball at the knees. Brooks out of the stretch. Ready for the 0-2. Kicks, delivers. Myro takes off. Hit foul by Berrigan. Up right around the first row of the UNLV dugout steps. Interesting seeing Myro take off 0-2. The hit and run activated. Berrigan. Guy who makes a lot of contact, so it makes sense. Glasgow at first, still holding on, Gunnar Myro, as Easton Brooks steps off the rubber. Brooks with the old school stirrups. Steps back on. Ready for the 0-2, he delivers. Berrigan, ground on the left side, just a bit foul. Berrigan early on that off speed, looked to be a slider at 83. But Berrigan will stay alive. Rebels 6 for 15, a 400 clip with runners on base today. That'll do the trick. Another opportunity this time for Berrigan. Here's the 0-2, swung on, ripped out to left field. Sliding, did he make the catch? He did. Spectacular play by Finnegan Stewart. His first half inning tonight over in left after playing right for the first 5 frames. Makes a beautiful backhanded sliding grab to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, but 1 left through 6 full innings here in Las Vegas. UNLV on top of the Trailblazers, 7-1. It's the top of the 7th. UNLV versus Utah Tech on a beautiful Saturday evening. I'm Drew Neverett. Thanks for sticking with me tonight. It's 7-1 UNLV, and the starting pitcher Parker Dilloff still out there, looking to get through a 7th frame. First pitch on the way to Gavin Glasgow, the first baseman, scalds it to right field side in foul territory. Dilloff ahead 0-1. Just 84 pitches right now for Dilloff. No walks. That's the big one right there. 7K is a gaudy number as well, but almost feels ordinary for Parker Dilloff to pick up that many strikeouts. Beautiful curveball right there. Finds the zone, and it's quickly 0-2 to Glasgow. Glasgow struck out his last ups in the top of the 4th. Here he is 3 innings later, facing an 0-2 count. Sweeper again from Dilloff has been phenomenal tonight. This one missing low and away. A lot of action coming up for UNLV tomorrow and the next day. Dilloff looking to keep his bullpen fresh, and a beautiful pitch low in the dirt. Swung and missed, and they get the out. Aiden Garcia does his job. Strikeout number 8 for Parker Dilloff. 2-3 the put out on the drop, 3rd strike. Glasgow did make it close, but it's 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Brings up the DH, Brian Martinez. He's 0 for 2, reached on a fielder's choice and struck out back in the 4th. Martinez just trying to get some reps this season at the plate. Hasn't been able to consistently see playing time. Takes this pitch inside for ball 1. It's just his 9th at-bat of the year. One 0 pitch in the dirt from Dilloff. 2-0 the count. I'll keep you updated too on some Major League Baseball scores. We are inching closer to opening day officially. The 25th, just 4 days away is opening day. The Yankees play the Giants on Netflix, and then everybody else kicks things off on the 26th. But first, the 2-0 from Dilloff. Misses away, 3-0. Braves beat the Red Sox 6-1. Tampa Bay takes down Minnesota 3-2. The Pittsburgh Pirates 8-3 over the Toronto Blue Jays. Tigers pick up a victory 3-1 over the Yankees. St. Louis Cardinals winning at 7-4. 3-0 pitch from Dilloff, a fastball that finds the zone. The Baltimore Orioles take down the Phillies 10-8. Washington Nationals 3-1 over the Mets. The Astros beat the other half of the Mets in a split squad 7-5. Big swing and a miss by Brian Martinez. Count runs full. The Athletics and the Dodgers tied today 5-5. Giants beating Cleveland 10-7. Royals over the Rockies 6-5. Diamondbacks win 5-2 over the Rangers. The full count pitch, swung on and missed. Beautiful. Dials up the fastball, does Dilloff. Goes high. Martinez chases. Back-to-back Ks and 3 in a row for Parker Dilloff. 2 gone now, and it brings up the shortstop, Petey Soto Jr. I mean, it takes a lot of gall for a guy to go down 3-0, dial up 3 perfect pitches in a row, but that's exactly what Parker just did. First pitch might have slipped a little bit. Carries all the way to the backstop. No harm, no foul. 2 outs and nobody on. Petey Soto 0 for 2, but came into this one leading the Trailblazers in batting average, doubles, triples, slugging percentage, stolen bases as well. Does a lot of everything. Here's the 1-0, smacked up the middle. No effort from Rosales, as that one was on a laser. He's going to round first, and head for second, and he's aboard standing. Looked to be a standard base hit, but good hustle from Petey Soto Jr. Finds him in scoring position now with 2 away. clutch piece of 2-out hitting that brings up Kyle McDaniel. Second baseman's 1 for 3 with the base hit. Kyle McDaniel out of Pahrump, Nevada. One of the many guys with Nevada ties on this Trailblazer squad. Pitching coach Jeff Opalewski heads on out to have a word with Parker. The entire infield comes in as well. See a lot of variation with the mound visits from Coach Ope. Sometimes it's just a one-on-one where even the catcher won't be involved. It's just open the pitcher. This time, though, the entire infield a part of it. And Glenn Ballingow, the home plate ump, wasting no time, sauntering out there to break up the party. 2 gone, though. You know UNLV wants to get Parker Dilloff through this 7th full. Sits at 95 pitches. 1 out away from 7 very good frames. 1 run allowed in the 6th inning in the form of Ryan Krapel, but no harm, no foul as the deficit stands at 6 runs. 7-1, hustling Rebels. So McDaniel steps in. Dilloff delivers the first pitch. Misses away this time, off speed, looked to be the changeup. 1-0. Dilloff's jumped around a lot. 5 different schools in 5 different seasons. Was at Louisiana last year playing in the Sun Belt Conference. 1-0, misses low, Garcia blocks it, keeps it from going to the backstop. Before that, in 2024, Dilloff was at Northwest Florida State in his freshman year. Pitched 4 outings out of the bullpen for the Wichita State Shockers. Here's the 2-0. Strike on the inside corner, the fastball dialed up by Dilloff. It's 2-1 to Kyle McDaniel. If you had to pick a batter in Utah Tech's lineup to be up to drive in this run, it would be McDaniel. 2-1 in the dirt, Dilloff missing low. In danger of walking his first Trailblazer of the night. He's been in a handful of these 3-ball counts, but he's worked his way out of every single one of them. Let's see what Parker can do. Here's the 3-1. Swung on, smack to left field. Salmon giving chase. Dives and he makes the grab. Beautiful play by Jack Salmon. Out in left field. Spectacular stuff. And that ends the 7th. That run stranded at second base. No runs a hit. No errors and none left. It's stretch time at the Earl. UNLV on top of the Trailblazers, 7-1. set to get underway in the bottom half of the 7th. It's a beautiful night in Las Vegas. I'm Drew Neverett. Thanks for joining me for Hustlin' Rebel Baseball on the UNLV Athletics YouTube page. Easton Brooks, the pitcher for Utah Tech, has been lifted, and in his place, it's Bryson Tagliata. Sophomore lefty out of Mesquite, Nevada. Stands at 6'2", and he's making his 3rd appearance of the season. His prior 2 outings, 2 combined innings pitched, 2 earned runs to a 9-even ERA. 3 strikeouts and a walk to the transfer from College of Southern Idaho. He'll do his bidding against Aiden Garcia, the Rebel catcher, who takes outside for ball 1. Garcia 0 for 2 with the run scored. Drew a hard-earned walk back in the 5th and would come around to score on that Cooper Chef deep fly. That pitch, 69 miles per hour, slowest pitch we've seen tonight on the gun. It's called for a strike on the outside part of the plate, and lots of touch pitching is what it'll seem to be for Bryce and Tagliata. This one, grooved by Garcia. It's carrying out to deep center. It's back. It's at the wall. It's over the batter's eye. See ya. Gonzo goes Garcia, and it's a lead-off bomb in the bottom of the 7th. Aiden Garcia clobbers that one. Reminiscent of the deep fly ball from Jack Salmon to end the 5th inning, to the exact same spot, right in between the batter's eye and the 400 sign in right center. Garcia gets every ounce of that for his 5th homer of 2026. 8-1 Rebels. And Aiden Garcia welcomes Bryson Tagliata to this game. Brings up Nin Burns, who takes a fastball at the eyes for ball 1. That's the downside of kind of finesse pitching. Bryson Tagliata throws his fastball at 84, but that curveball, 79. This one a fastball called in the zone, strike 1 to Nin Burns. He thought about calling time at a piece of batting equipment dangling from the wrist, but was taken all the way. Count even, 1-1. He adjusts the loose strap on the arm and watches that one. Curveball in the zone for strike 2. Burns a base hit in the 3rd. Has him 1 for 3 today. Rebels lead by 7 in the 7th. Burns, late swing on that. Extends to foul it off. Count remains 1-2, 70 miles per hour. Bryson Tagliata, 5-2 in 14 appearances at the College of Southern Idaho a year ago. Burns fouls this one off and stays alive. Started 12 games, came out of the pen for 2, but 61 strikeouts in as many innings. It's a big-time K threat at the JUCO level. Tagliata, the 1-2 out of the stretch, curveball, too high, and it's 2-2 to Nin Burns. Aiden Garcia now 21 runs batted in, has him 3rd on the Hustlin' Rebel squad. 2-2 pitch, dials up the fastball, does, and Tagliata gets the swing and miss from Burns. 2 Ks for Burns. And that's the first out of the bottom of the 7th. Brings up a guy who is scalding hot, Johnny Rodriguez. 3 singles tonight and 3 at-bats. This will be the first time he faces off against a lefty. Not the best textbook left-handed hitter, but Johnny's hitting everything thrown his way today. First pitch from Tagliata, fastball, missing. Outside for ball 1. Johnny out of Fullerton, California, enjoying some success this year. Consistently penciled into that 6 hole in the lineup at first base each and every day for Stan Stolte. Off-speed pitch from Intagliata misses wide, and it's 2-0. Rodriguez can be patient as well, especially against the left-hander. Here's the 2-0. Swung on, roped. Deep to right field. It's off the very top of the wall. It started digging for second, but wisely retreats to first base. Man, that hit the very top of the wall out and right. Came off the bat with some gumption. But Rodriguez will take it. 4 singles in 4 trips today for J-Rod. 1 out single's going to bring up Cooper Chef, another Rebel bat. Who's feeling it tonight? But before we see Cooper Chef, we'll see a new Trailblazer arm. So Chris Fottenhauer comes out to pull Bryce Intagliata. We'll have the specifics on the new Utah Tech arm for you when we come back with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. UNLV on top of Utah Tech, 8-1. Back with you from Las Vegas in the bottom of the 7th. It's a new Trailblazer arm. Coming out of the bullpen, it's Brandon Weiland. The right-handed junior stands 5'11", 175 out of Anaheim Hills, California. And he takes over for Bryce Intagliata. Intagliata still responsible for the runner on first base. That's Johnny Rodriguez, so can't quite close the line on him. But for Brandon Weiland, the transfer from Cypress College, Cypress, California. He's originally from Anaheim. Right next door is Cypress. And in 2 years, he threw 142 2/3 innings. Complete workhorse at the junior college level. Tallied up 103 strikeouts to the tune of a 3.2 ERA over those 2 seasons. So very reliable is Weiland. He'll face off against Cooper Chef. First pitch low and in. Gets the call, does Weiland, and that's strike 1. Weiland looking to pick up a double play to hopefully end the inning for the Trailblazers, but Coop's been great today. The moonshot home run back in the 5th provided 3 runs for the Rebels. Fastball from Weiland misses outside, count even, 1-1. Outside of that, Chef reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the 4th. Struck out looking back in the 2nd. Weiland checks over at first. Diving back is Rodriguez. Nary a game you see Rodriguez not covered in dirt. He is always getting active on the ground. Constantly pickoffs when he's over at first. This one finds the outside corner. Called strike 2 to Cooper Sheff. Sheff's long swing covers a lot of the zone. Will likely be protecting on an outside pitch. This one low in the dirt, evens things up 2-2. Jack Salmon, the left fielder, is on deck. Very well could be 3 for 3, but Jack's 2 for 3. Sheff awaits the 2-2. Rodriguez takes off. Sheff, high fly ball out to right center. It's carrying. Rodriguez doesn't realize it until late. The catch is made by the right fielder, Manwaring, but just in time is Johnny. He was running all the way, 120%, rounded second base until Corey Vanderhook over at third threw the stop sign up and said, turn it around. Rodriguez has just enough time and speed to get back out there, but Sheff flies out to right, and there are 2 gone for Jack Salmon. Now I say Salmon really could be 3 for 3. It was the first pitch thrown by Easton Brooks out of the bullpen in relief of Dakota West, and Salmon got every bit of it all the way to the wall, and it was a leaping catch from Hudson Manwaring, who was the center fielder at the time. Manwaring now in right, and just squeezed the glove to retire Sheff. First pitch from Weiland misses. Here's the 1-0 to Jack Salmon. Long pause. 7 seconds, 8 seconds, 9-second pause before ripping over to first, and once again Rodriguez dives in. Rodriguez getting some cardio in. Lots of dive backs, 4 separate times on first base with nobody in front of him. Curveball inside the strike zone. That's called for strike 1. 72 on the gun. Count even 1-1. Jack Salmon has done an excellent job the last couple of weeks putting bat to ball. 1-1 in the dirt. Rodriguez thinks about going, but will retreat to first. And it's a balk. They will rule it a balk anyways. So Johnny Rodriguez trots over to second, and he's in scoring position now with 2 outs. A base hit could prove that balk to be extremely timely for UNLV. So the pitch in the dirt doesn't count. The balk called beforehand, so still 1-1 to Jack. Salmon absolutely lasers that one to deep center field. It's carrying. It's off the top of the wall. Jack Salmon rounding second. And he's caught in a rundown. The run's going to score. And that's not in time. The rundown cut off by a middle infielder. So there's no real play at third base. Incredible stuff. An extra base hit by Jack Salmon. It plates Johnny Rodriguez, and he ends up at third base. Incredible. So it's a double. He advances via that wonky rundown by the Trailblazer infield. So it's 9-1 Hustlin' Rebels. Jack Salmon, like I said, has been all over most pitches today. If he's going to swing at it, it means he likes it. That one hit off the top of the wall. 2 drives and 2 at-bats to almost that exact same spot in deep right center. So now with Salmon on third, Gunnar Myro's up as took the first pitch for a ball. Myro awaits the 1-0. Myro, high and deep to left. That one's carrying, and you can kiss that ball goodbye. Gunnar Myro, see you later. A parabolic poke from Gunnar Myro. That moonshot just kept going. It's a walk-off home run, folks. The mercy rule in play. It's 11-1. Call it a walk-off, call it whatever you want. It's a beautiful shot by Gunnar Myro, and the Rebels are going to walk this thing off via the mercy rule. In play in the non-conference, and man, what an emphatic way to end this ball game. in front of 1,115 fans, a season high for attendance here at Earl E. Wilson Stadium. The Rebels walk it off via a 2-run Mercy Rule home run from Gunnar Myro. Spectacular stuff from Gunnar and the entire Hustlin' Rebel offense. Parker Dilloff will get credit for a complete game. He goes full 7 innings, just 1 earned run allowed. Parker Dilloff moves to 3-0. Dakota West for Utah Tech gets the loss, allows 7 earned runs, and he falls to 2-3. This game ends up taking place in sub 2.5 hours due to the Mercy Rule. 11-1 UNLV, spectacular offense from all over the place. Spearheaded by 3 deep flies, 1 from Drew Berrigan in the first. 4 home runs. Cooper Sheff, the long ball, the 3-run shot in the 5th. And then not 1 but 2 homers in the bottom of the 7th when it really mattered to activate the Mercy Rule. Aiden Garcia, the leadoff shot, and then Gunnar Myro soaring one into the night sky here in Las Vegas to make things 11-1. Spectacular stuff all over the place for the UNLV Hustlin' Rebels tonight. The final line on Parker Dilloff. Need to give him his flowers as the bona fide Friday starter typically, getting it done here on Saturday in game 1 of 3 in a row at home for UNLV. Parker Dilloff, 100 pitches, 64 for strikes, goes 7 innings, 7 hits, just the 1 run, 0 walks, 9 strikeouts. Spectacular stuff from Parker Dilloff today. His development on display. And he's been something special this year for Stan Stolte's Rebels. Final line score for you. UNLV, 11 runs on 13 hits, no errors, and 5 left for Utah Tech. 1 run, 7 hits, no errors, and 6 left on. Game goes final in 2 hours and 26 minutes. Here in front of 1,115 on Military Appreciation Night. The home faithful were treated to an offensive onslaught from the Hustlin' Rebels and an excellent 11-1 victory. Hope you'll join me tomorrow. It's a quick turnaround, a 12:05 start. Felix Ong gets the ball for Stan Stolte. He's 1-2 with a 10.64 ERA, and he'll face off against Brandon Casal. 1-0 with a 2.28. Should be in for another scorcher tomorrow, so pack your sunscreen if you plan on attending. Should be a fun one. Rebels look for a quick 2-game sweep of the Utah Tech Trailblazers. UNLV moves to 15-8. Utah Tech moves to 15-9. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you had some fun. I know I sure did on a beautiful Saturday night. UNLV once again takes down Utah Tech via the Mercy Rule in 7 innings, 11-1. I've been Drew Neverett. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a beautiful night, and we'll see you tomorrow.